Okay, I'm gonna try to not talk so loud, I guess. Welcome to Crisis Simulation 2014. You may have heard the song Love Train as you came in and were getting settled, and maybe you just thought that was a really bad wedding song, but actually, that song was written in 1972, and it made a call for unity and world peace, and mentioned various countries and areas of the world: England, Russia, China, Egypt, and Israel, as well as Africa. All relevant today. As normal.
Do any of you have a statement?
Okay. Before we begin, we need to extend our gratitude to those who made this evening possible, to include the Student Government Association, those helping us with the audio-visual equipment, and of course Lisa Kahn, if we can get a quick round of applause. Also, this evening and next weekend would not be possible without our two instructors who I don't see, Dr. Mara Carlin and soon-to-be Dr. Andrew Peak. So I'd like to introduce this year's Simulation Control Team 2014. First, Heather Horniak, who did help me arrange this evening's festivities. Thank you, Heather. Tom Proctor. Lorenzo Bruscalli. Jory Bentley. Jacob Cohn. Rebecca Ben-Amu. Eliash Kravchuk. And Chase Ludwig and Harold Ettinger, who are
requires a set of local, integrated, and balanced measures that pursue the long-term vision while protecting our respective nations in the interim. America is steadily reducing our own dependence on imported oil. Our domestic energy policy is creating jobs at home and leading to a cleaner and safer planet. Over the past 2 years, the United States has reduced our own total carbon pollution more than any other nation on Earth. But we all have to act with more urgency. A changing climate is already harming Western communities who are struggling with drought and coastal cities dealing with floods. OPEC and nations of the world have done a laudable job of ensuring a steady price of oil over the past 5 years. This progress must continue, despite estimates that world energy demand is set to grow by 45% between now and 2035. As we all know, the future path for the oil industry is marked with uncertainties. These can have significant impacts on investment in future capacities to meet the rising levels of demand, as well as investments in the broader economy. Too often, the energy security debate ignores traditional security balance. While energy policy and technological innovation must play an integral role in improving the nation's energy security, all aspects of national power must be mobilized. We must develop policies and strategies that protect local infrastructure, secure key geographic transit areas, and mitigate political instability in energy supply countries. The world still depends on global energy sources, and a severe disruption destabilizes the entire
Am I supposed to be videotaping all of it?
In the coming months, I will be reaching out to many of you personally to step up and help us meet these challenges. And I encourage all nations to help us work together and solve this complex global issue.
And now we'll hear from Saudi Arabia.
Yes, Saudi! Yeah!
of God, the merciful and compassionate, Mr. Secretary General, members of the United Nations, honored heads of state, and other esteemed guests. I thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak before this esteemed crowd. Abdullah wishes to extend his formal regards to all guests present this evening. He wishes me to convey that he would have been here this evening, except that his camel would not start. That was a joke. The king does not drive a camel. In fact, he probably has more cars in his smallest palace than you have hairs on your head. The king does have a camel, of course. He has many camels. But he would never ride one unless every single one of his countless cars broke down or ran out of gas. Which, fortunately, will not happen anytime soon. Because I can happily report that the kingdom is still the most stable and most secure mass producer of oil in the world. Issues of regional stability will pose no obstacles to oil production in the kingdom, and we look forward to the further growing of our relationship with new energy partners around the world. Thank you.
We will now hear from Iran.
Greetings, distinguished friends, guests, and others. I would like to extend my sincerest gratitude for being asked to speak on this momentous occasion. Our supreme leader would like to extend his severest disapproval of the gross acts of hedonism and Western arrogance on display at this very den of the Regardless, we, the great Islamic nation of Iran, would like to emphasize the enormous potential of furthering our friendships with the other fine nations of the world. We have massive oil reserves available to help unlock the promise of your economies. Yet, despite our very best efforts, it seems we have still not made friends with all our fellows in this grand League of Nations. It is our fondest desire to see our olive branches accepted. Alas, I can speak no longer in this bus.
Please welcome China.
Please welcome our General Secretary of the Chinese Communist Party of China, President of China, and Chairman of the Central Military Commission, Xi Jinping.
大家好，同志们好，我的俄国、伊朗、沙特、欧洲和美国的朋友，大家好。
Hello, comrades. I would like to welcome my Russian, Iranian, Saudi Arabian, American, and European comrades today.
Today is important because it presents an opportunity to create stronger global links to ensure a more united world to benefit everyone and rejuvenate the global economy. Peace and harmony remains the cornerstone of our policy. China has worked to further engage with our friends around the world and contribute to a stable global order. China is committed to ensuring a secure and reliable global energy supply. We believe in the freedom of seas and territorial sovereignty of all nations. Through the success of our 5-year plans, we have managed to diversify our energy portfolio and suppliers. We will work to continue to contribute to the global economy, both as a supplier and consumer. We beseech the world to recognize each nation as an equal partner in all negotiations. Through our ties to the emerging world, we will continue to work with a group of emerging economies to provide a greater voice for the global South. We look forward to working with our partners and friends. Thank you.
And now we'll hear from Tom.
You're shaking so bad.
Oops.
Mesdames et messieurs, bonsoir. It is very motivating the government innovation in energy is higher than ever. And France is proud to be at the forefront of this advance. And our pledge to increase and around the world to develop and expand alternative forms of energy. We look forward to continuing work with all of our partners in the Middle East on important energy and technology issues. France remains committed to the externalism and cooperative pursuit with our EU partners on humanitarian projects to help promote human and economic development. In particular, capacity building in the area of renewable issues, Istanbul, and Beirut are especially conditions of the countries of the EU are personal alert, and we celebrate our information sharing and cooperation on cybersecurity issues in particular. Many thanks for your attention. Vive la France!
And finally, we will hear from Russia.
I would like to introduce Prime Minister Natalia Bakalova. Good evening, honorable colleagues, friends, ladies and gentlemen. We have gathered here in Capital Honduras for unprecedented strategic meeting of world leaders to discuss an issue of greatest importance to human, economic, and political stability. That is, we have come to discuss Russian oil. Dear ladies and gentlemen, Russia is strong and growing. Europe has promised Russia for its energy supply for decades. And Russia continues to fulfill all commitments to its long-standing partners, even as we work to expand our supply to meet growing demand in Asia through use of newest techniques in unconventional, Arctic, and offshore production methods, including utilization of nanotechnology. Dear ladies and gentlemen, Russia is proud to be a dedicated member of the global community, seeking to preserve sovereignty, peace for all nations, while increasing global stability through reliable supply of critical energy resources at all times. We recognize that in a resource-constrained world that produces specific challenges, it is important to work together to meet energy demand and ensure stable global stability. We propose an energy producers union to coordinate our efforts.
No, it's okay.
So, in conclusion,